Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on angle sum of a quadrilateral. Another very important plane shape in geometry is a four-sided figure called a quadrilateral. Another important rule in geometry involves the angle sum of a quadrilateral. So here's a quadrilateral which is a four-sided figure. And if we add the four angles up, we get 360 degrees. So that's the rule for the angle sum of a quadrilateral. Now the visual proof, which is similar to the one we saw for a triangle, basically here's a quadrilateral with four separate angles. So if you cut each of these angles out with the scissors, just like that, just cut them out, and put them side by side, you'll find they form a perfect circle. So we can see from the above diagrams that if we cut out each angle and place them next to each other, a circle is formed. And we know that there are 360 degrees in a circle. Another visual proof is this. When you have a quadrilateral, just put a little dotted line through here, make it a diagonal, and divide the quadrilateral into two triangles. On this side we have a triangle where the angles are ABC, and here we have a triangle where the angles are DEF. So we know that A plus B plus C is 180, and we know that D plus E plus F is 180. When you add those together you get 360, because all those angles there make up the angles of a quadrilateral. Because when you add C and F together, that gives you that angle there, and when you add B and D together, that gives you that angle there. So there's another visual proof. Let's look at some exercises. Find the sides of any unknown angles that are designated by a letter in each of the following diagrams. So here's our first one where we have the four angles. So if we add all those terms together, we get that line. That must be 360. Collect the like terms to give you A plus 266 is 360, so A must be 94 degrees. So we're using the rule here that the sum of the four angles of a quadrilateral give us 360 degrees, and that enables us to solve A. Exactly the same here. We add those four terms together to get that equation. When we collect like terms, we have that, which gives us 3x equals 210. And that gives us x equals 70 degrees. So if that's 70, that must be 240, because 2 times 70, sorry, 140. 2 times 70 gives us 140 for that. For this one, same thing. We add the four angles. So we add the 23x minus 5 plus 14x plus 110 plus 70 must be 360. When we simplify, we get that equation. When we subtract 175 from both sides, we get that equation. Divide both sides by 37, and it gives us x is 5 degrees. And that enables us to work out that angle and that angle once you work out what x is. Over here we have another one. This is a bit different because we have to find y first before we can find x. But we know that the straight line, when you add the two angles there, that gives us 180 degrees. That's why y plus 58 gives us 180. So y must be 122. So if that's 122, you just add x plus 87 plus 94 plus 122, which we've done there, which gives us 360. When you collect the like terms, we get that equation, which gives us, and also don't forget to subtract 303 from both sides, which gives us x is 57. This is an interesting one because we have to find w and m before we can find x. So we use the same trick. Those two angles there add up to 180. So that gives us that equation, which gives us w is 68, so that's 68. Those two there add up to 180, which gives us that equation there, which means m is 58. Then we can form the special equation to find x, which is x plus 132 plus m, that was 58, plus w, that was 68. That gives us that equation. When we simplify the like terms, we get that equation. When we subtract 258 from both sides, x is 102 degrees. And the last one, exactly the same thing. We just add all those up together, which gives us that equation there. When we collect like terms, we have that equation. Subtract 136 from both sides to give us that equation. Divide both sides by 8, and it gives us x is 28 degrees. So when you substitute 28 into there, that gives you the size of that angle. And if you substitute 28 into there, that gives you the size of that angle. So this video has looked at the special plane shape called the quadrilateral, and we've seen how when you add the four angles, when you add the four angles of a quadrilateral, they add up to 360 degrees, and we've seen some very interesting problems, and we've been able to solve them.